Is this where Opower comes into it? Because I mean, I find that incredible that,
Yeah.
the utilities are telling customers how to use less of their product. It's the only retail out there where you're trying to say, please use less of us, and
Yeah.
here's the reasons why, and the incentives. I find that incredible. Very, very fascinating part of the business.
Well, it is, and of course, you've got that challenge of who's motivated the most to do it. As soon as the motivation for the company that can supply those insights is diminished, then that does change things. But look, we've seen different models. Certainly, with Opower, I can see energy poverty and the cost of energy for a lot of people, both in where you're living and where I'm living, is a very, very real thing right now. And the cost for a retail company to have a customer go delinquent or to not be able to pay their bills, you've still got as bigger costs involved in trying to manage that as you do as if you could engage them and actually help them through the process, and whether that's figuring out payment cycles for them, or even helping them to fit their energy usage within budgets. And that sounds callous, but it's a little bit of the reality of where the energy cost cycles have gone in around the planet, around the globe in the last couple of years. So I think that it can play a big role in that. But you need the motivation, and the motivation has to come from government support. It has to come from the way the regulations are built, and also the relationship you want to have with that customer. Because we will have those situations we were talking of earlier where we're going to have times where we want to engage the customer in something that they can elect to do that helps the greater good. And I see people feeding their remaining solar rooftop energy into community batteries that then service the low to middle income users out there, which, that's a tremendous way to think of how the energy future could be set up. I think, even things like having the customer willing to phone in and report that they've seen water leakage on the side of the street, or pooling underneath, a tap out at a parkland or something like that. The level of trust and engagement goes a long way to what the costs of running the business can be. So it pays all the returns if you can have a good customer engagement. That is where Opower really does surface its biggest value.